What's the cutest deal you've ever agreed to that revealed something heartbreaking instead? Frederick, my blind date, slid a check for $2,000 across the table. Be the worst girlfriend my family has ever seen. I grinned at him. Out of all the people my parents forced me to meet, this was definitely the best so far. Details, I said. 2 months. Pretend to be madly in love with me, act crazy around them, then have a public breakup. Make them never want to matchmake ever again. He straightened his tie. Do this for me, and I'll find you another rich guy if you want. Well, I wouldn't say no to easy money. I just feel bad for what your family's about to witness. We shook hands and planned out the rules. Weekly dates, family visits, lots of social media posts, big dramatic breakup in front of his family, and of course the classic, no falling in love. Easy, right? Unfortunately, I'm not that great at following rules. The first week was strictly business. Frederick sent roses to my office, and I posted pictures of it with heart emojis. I sent coffee with a note. I hate roses. Noted. He texted me later after receiving the gift, and we continued with the gift exchanges. Our families ate it up. Then over the weekend, we went on our first romantic date at the aquarium, where we spent every aching moment arguing. Dude, you look constipated. Can't you smile like you mean it? I groaned, trying to get one decent selfie together. Maybe if you were a little taller, I wouldn't have to bend over weirdly, he shot back. While I was flipping through Instagram filters, this little kid next to us grabbed Frederick's pants, tugging on it lightly. Up, up, he asked, reaching his arms up for help. Penguin. Without thinking, Frederick lifted him onto his shoulders with a smile, pointing and waving at the penguins as the kid giggled. When he set the kid down, I grinned at him. What? He asked. I didn't know you had a cute side to you. I'm shocked. His ears turned red. I'm not a monster, you know. I know, I said softly. That night we were supposed to go home after dinner. Instead, we walked and walked, lost in conversation. Why would you ever want to leave the city? It's beautiful here, I said, surprised. New York is great, but when you see what's really out there, you'll be surprised. Guess you'll have to take me traveling, I joked. Why not? Just because we break up doesn't mean we can't be friends. It's fun being with you, he shrugged. We ended up at this fountain with the city lights reflecting in the water, staring at each other. Then he kissed me, or I kissed him. No cameras, no posts, just us, no longer pretending. And I thought for a moment, this was it, the guy I'd been waiting for. But maybe it was all in my head. The day after, he didn't text me, no calls either, not the next day, or even the day after that. Are we okay? I asked. That Saturday, he finally texted. Family dinner, 6 p.m., breakup time. That familiar cold way of texting made my chest tighten painfully. He had shut me out and made it painfully obvious. I showed up to dinner dressed to disappoint, but the moment they opened the door, his mom hugged me, greeting me warmly. Oh, she's gorgeous. Love the miniskirt. Please come in. Frederick sat at the table, refusing to look at me as I sat down beside him, hoping to fix things later. But then I saw it. The real reason he refused to have any more blind dates. Frederick's brother and wife Sarah sat across from us. They were perfect in the way I imagined we could have been. I turned to look at him and saw the way he watched Sarah. How his eyes softened, how his voice seemed so gentle when he spoke to her, how his eyes followed her when she got up to grab more food from the kitchen, even the way his jaw clenched when he saw her lean against his brother lovingly. I was a fool. His brother stood up with champagne. First, I'd like to welcome my brother's new girlfriend into the family. Second, we have an announcement. Sarah touched her stomach. We're having a baby. The room exploded. His mom cried. His dad cheered. Frederick sat frozen with this plastic smile. The rest of dinner was painful, neither of us speaking to each other. I followed him outside. It's never going to happen, I said quietly. She's happy with your brother. He looked up furious. One kiss and you think you know everything? You're just a fake girlfriend. Someone I'm paying to be here. The word stung. Noted. I walked back inside and cleared my throat. Hi, I have something to say. Frederick walked back in and grabbed my arm. I shook it off. This whole thing is fake. I was paid to date him, to make you guys hate me so he'll never be forced to date again. But here's the truth, I said, wiping away tears already. I fell in love with him, the way he cares for others and tries to hide it behind this cold business facade. I fell in love with your family, the way you've been nothing but kind to me. But I turned to his parents. You need to stop. Stop setting up. Stop pushing. Let him breathe and find love when he's ready. And you, I glared at him, need to fight for love or you might lose her again. I looked at them one more time. Then I left. Walked out into the cold night with the check still in my purse, uncashed. We were supposed to travel together, I whispered, and broke down crying under a lamppost, just across the street from where we shared our first and only kiss.